People tow trailers every day. What they care about the most is safety. We use testing as a way to ensure that safety is always going to be there for our customers. As it stands today, the manufacturers follow a recommended practice. It's not a standard. At B&W, we go well beyond this recommended practice because we want to put products out there that people can trust, that we can feel good about, and that we can drive down the highway and see a B&W product and have not a worry in the world that that product is safe. So where we stand today is we have the SAE J-2638, which is a recommended practice for testing of gooseneck and fifth wheel trailer hitches. The 2638 recommended practice for the dynamic test requires that we test 300,000 cycles in 3 different directions that simulate towing on the road. The end of the test is you must be able to uncouple and recouple a trailer to the hitch. There's a static portion of the test. The static portion of the test is not simulating the life of the hitch, but simulating what it's going to do under an extreme case, a wreck situation. What we do is we run the dynamic test on the specimen, and then we move it over to do the wreck test, the static test. So within the recommended practice, you don't have to use the same hitch for the 2 different tests. We always use the same hitch. Why wouldn't we do that? Our goal in our testing lab is to duplicate the worst of the worst before it ever happens on the highway. Another way B&W goes above and beyond and exceeds the testing criteria, we take that specimen after the end of the test, cut it all apart and look at every weld, make sure there's no cracks. We don't accept any deformation of the structure at all. If the hitch bends during the dynamic test, it doesn't pass. We go back to the drawing board and we try again. Before we ever build a hitch, we build that hitch digitally in the computer and run it through the simulations of all the test loads and all the things we know are going to happen to this hitch once it gets in the back of somebody's truck and starts pulling a trailer. One of the best things about working digitally is we can create many, many iterations of a design very quickly and get to the very best before we ever cut steel and go out to the tester. You learn, you duplicate, you go to the tester, you learn some more, and sometimes you go back and you try again. The computer environment allows us to try and try again and again and again until we get a product that's ready to go to the market. One thing that makes B&W unique is our test facility lives in our factory. So when we're not testing new products and developing new things, we go out on the production floor, grab a sample out of production, maybe off a welder, maybe off a CNC machining center. We take it to the tester and we know the product we're building today passes the test criteria. And we can stand behind those products for a lifetime.